Today we are in Neuchâtel with Rémi Maillat at his workshop for his brand Krayon. Thank you, Rémi, for having us today here. We made a beautiful visit of the workshop and see all the nice things being done here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Welcome to Neuchâtel.
Thank you. So to start, we had a beautiful visit of your workshop. Can you tell us a little bit what is being done here in your workshop by your watchmakers in-house?
So here at the workshop, we do all the creation and development of the timepiece. So I'm basically in charge of this part, and we work with suppliers all around Neuchâtel to produce the different components upon our specifications, and then we receive the components without any decoration, and we do nearly all the steps of decoration in the workshop I show, and then we also do all the pre-assembly and assembly of the movement, and we make the assembly of the complete watch, and the final check of the watch we do it in this room.
Yes.
And then the watch is delivered all around the world.
Very nice. So we will obviously discuss about anywhere as well, but also for your first watch everywhere and then the second watch anywhere. You won 2 GPHG prizes for both of your watches.
Yes.
Which is, I think, a huge accomplishment for the first 2 watches. Can you tell us a little bit about the watch anywhere and all I think it has a very complex movement behind it. All the mathematics, analytics going behind the watch is very complex, but when you look at the dial, it has a very simple, nice, elegant, even minimal dial with very nice details on the dial itself. So I think it must be difficult to balance out all the complexity of the movement with the watch itself. How did you manage it, and what was the story behind Anywhere?
So everywhere it calculates the sunrise and the sunset times for every point on the globe, given the latitude, longitude, and the time zone. And the inspiration behind everywhere comes from a personal experience.
You told me about it, yes. Can you please tell it again?
Because I enjoy diving, free diving, and snorkeling. And the very best moment is exact sunrise or sunset, because it's a moment nature is the most active. And one day I was too early for snorkeling, and while waiting for the sunrise, I dreamed about a watch that could tell me the exact sunrise and sunset, wherever I could be and wherever I could one day travel. Yeah. And nearly 10 years later, everywhere is this dream come true. 2020, I introduced Anywhere. Anywhere uses the core functionality of Everywhere, which is a calculation of sunrise and sunset times. But in Anywhere, the change of location is a watchmaker adjustment. Okay. So it has to be done here, or it can be done by several of our partners worldwide. But
you came up with maybe like a more simpler version of the Everywhere with Anywhere, with the same mentality, but you won another GPHG award with that, right?
Yes, so in 2022, Anywhere was awarded the GPHG prize in calendar and astronomy category. Yeah. And Anywhere is more a balanced product than Everywhere. Everywhere was very much focused on engineering, because I am a microtechnology engineer, and so I focus a lot of attention for the creation of the mechanism and the movement. And for Everywhere, I really wanted to have a movement where I have enough space to have large jewels, large countersinks, large bevelings, and some exposed mechanisms that are a very nice canvas to show high-end traditional finishing.
I totally agree with you on that. Last year when I saw it in Watches and Wonders, during Watches and Wonders in Geneva, I think I told you as well, but Anywhere, especially with this blue dial, it was the best watch I put on my wrist last year during the fair, and it feels amazing on the wrist with something with such a complexity. You wouldn't expect to wear. This is like a dress watch, but extremely complex. Yet you feel so elegant on the wrist. As you said, it balances out the design component and all the engineering goes behind very well. And then after this, this year you came with the green version,
Yes.
right? I saw this one in Dubai as well. This got real nice reaction from the collectors as well. But there's also something, a unique piece here. This
Yes,
was
exactly.
done. This was done for only watch.
watch.
Yeah. And it was never possible to auction it. Can you tell us a little bit about the dial of this unique piece?
The inspiration with this dial is I really wanted to show the reflection of the sun of light on the water, like we can see it from there. And I didn't know exactly how to make a dial out of it, and it took me years to think about it. And one day I visited, while visiting the National Gallery in London, I saw this painting from Theo van Rysselbergh, and this painting really represents that. And I use the same neo-impressionist and pointillist technique to create a dial. So I make it the shape of the dial all around the center.
I think this was an amazing.
And it is a miniature painting, and we can see all the texture of the brush strokes, like we can see it on the oil painting.
Even on the photos, it was very impressive. But when you see it in person like this, as you said, the details of the dial, it's mind-blowing. Very well made, and yeah. Thank you for telling me a little bit about this piece as well. I want to ask you something for the future. You have been always interested in complications about the nature, and it goes a lot of mathematics behind it. As you said, you're an engineer yourself. Do you plan to keep on creating new movements, new complications for the future? I'm not asking you to tell us anything specific, but just as a...
I have a project in development, and what is sure, what is a Krayon watch today and in the future, it is a new complication. So it has something creative and engineering behind, and it is new and it is useful also, and it is simple to use, simple to read, simple to understand, simple to adjust. Sure. And in a timepiece that is comfortable to wear daily with reasonable dimensions.
I think that's a very important point you mentioned about over there. The most important thing for me and for, I'm pretty sure for you, for all the watch collectors out there, is you might like a piece very much, but you still have to be able to wear it on your wrist comfortably. And I think that's the case for anywhere. I hope you keep that track with the next watches coming. Just one last question. This is maybe more of a personal one out of curiosity, but with the current state of independent watchmaking, with all the attention it is getting, I think this is a nice time to be in the independent watchmaking, because more and more people are recognizing the value behind it. What do you think about the watchmaking, independent watchmaking scene around the world right now, and how do you see the future for independent watchmakers like yourself or others? Do you think this is going to be something interesting in the future as well, and do you see any opportunities or any disadvantages for the future?
I see it very good to have attention, and more and more people understand what is high-end finishing, what is traditional watchmaking, what is independent,
exactly.
how they work, what they do differently compared to large brands.
Yeah. They appreciate it more, I guess.
They appreciate also the creativity they can see in independence.
Yes.
and I've done several events. So I spent some time also with
around the world,
other independent watchmaker around the world in Dubai recently, and we will have. We will be in Geneva Watch Day at Beau Rivage.
Yes, we are looking forward to it.
And it's always, we really consider we all contribute to the same art. So
yes,
it's
that's what I
we
also
make
think.
watchmaking move forward together.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm looking forward to see what's more to come from Krayon in the future. I'm pretty sure you will shock us once again with your next caliber. Thank you very much, Rémi, for having us today here.
It was a pleasure.
It was our pleasure. It's always great to see you, and I hope to see you soon during Watches and Wonders in Geneva, and we'll see what happens next. Thank you.
Thank you.